Hello everyone, I am Om Jadhav, student of AISSMS IOIT, final year B.Tech student. We have the project of implementing CORBA-based server client application, and my teammates are Sarthak Luther and Yash Pandey. Now, first of all, before we implement the CORBA application in practical with simple calculator for better understanding, we first need to understand what is CORBA. CORBA is a common object request broker architecture. It is a middleware and standard enabling cross-language, cross-platform communication. So the benefits are language and platform independence and location transparency. Like client can be from anywhere and we can access the server. It is basically a client server architecture and language platform interface is like we create one ideal file which we will see in practical. We write simple class with objects and function implementation, and different language can use that with their compilation. Now the architecture of is like I said, client server. A client is supposed the GUI or console for arithmetic operations. In our case, we are going to implement calculator. The server has all the operations and handling of the function. Like for addition, we just pass A and B, and the server has all the logic that will implement it. So the user selects the operations, like suppose you are the user and client send the request to the server computes and returns the result. This is the basic workflow of CORBA. The CORBA architecture consists of different components like object-based broker. We will see the diagram of the architecture. Then there is interface definition language, which has all the logic and which is the basic that will convert our code into different that will bring our code to implement with different languages. POA adapter is which the file is converted from ideal. We will see that also in practical how the files are implemented with different third-party libraries. And the use cases like I said, we will be implementing the calculator. So suppose we have written the code for calculation, but we don't want to get into the implementation of adding, subtraction, multiplication, division of. Uh, so basically, we don't want to implement different logics which are already being defined. Then we will just have ideal file compiled, which will give us a POA file which has all the logic. So we will just take the functions that we want to implement in our application, and our calculator will be good to go. The architecture will be like this. Suppose this is client, which is our calculator. It requests the broker, basically a POA file that I want this addition function to be implemented with the help of the server, which has all the logic. So then our server broker gives our request to the server, which we have POA file and ideal file, all that in our server. It gives the response with suppose we give addition of 2 plus 3 and call the ORB. Then ORB gives us the answer and that we can display in our client calculator. This is a design. There are some advanced features that we can implement like asynchronous method invocation, which are production grade implementation like threading policies and POA control and security and transparency, which are used in more advanced applications. We will, for introduction, see the basic implementation. Now, uh, let's jump into video. And don't forget to support Manchester City, the club which jersey I'm wearing. Study is not important, football is important. So let's open the IntelliJ IDE. Now I have set up all the code for my implementation, but we will see from scratch how we can do it. For that, I have created the GitHub file that I will be adding in a description. I have added what will be the version that we will be required. Make sure to use Java version 8 as the CORBA requires to implement that. Also, make sure that you have the project structure as mentioned in this README file. Now we will see step by step. First of all, I have done all these steps like creating the project, which is pretty much easy. Now we will see this ideal file. So this is the ideal file where we have created the interface for our Java application to call and give the results. To run this, we have the one command that gives us the some files that help us in creating the application. Next is the server logic. Now, here we have extended the calculator POA, which was generated with ideal file that we run here. So let's see in the code. This is the server class. Here we have the logic of what our server will be handling and what applications we will be doing. Now the file that uh, now the file that we I want to show you that has all the abstract of or ideal implementation. Ideal file implementation is this, where it is very similar to our ideal file, like as abstract file, but just we have created the abstract level for our Java application. We can do this with any languages. Uh, Now we will see the file that we generated with ideal, that command which I showed you just right now. Uh, this is the file. It is pretty much the ORB type implementation that gives you the upper level of abstraction of this code. We don't need to see this, just implement the functions based on the ideal file. Now, next step is we will need to create the server. The server will be the desire of what the application we want to implement. We are using calculator, so we have created the calculator code. Same for the client, what our client. So for multi-thread testing, what we have done, like in client code, we can see in client code, client code. In client code, we have created three or four threads for multi-threading. Here we have assigned each task to each code so that it takes the correct function from the server. Like our server is configured with CORBA for multiple functions. And now the thread one will take the addition, subtraction. Right now we have added the hard-coded values. You can take the user inputs as well. The next step is to run this project. So open the first terminal. I have already implemented, but we will do it again. So in first terminal, we will start our Corba server, then cd into src where we have our directory. There we will run this file. Now our server is waiting for request. Now we will run the client in next terminal. So basically, we have seen the code of client request. Clients client just run the four threads at a time. Sorry, change and run this. You can see that we have uh, uh, implemented four methods at a time, and in the server which was waiting for the request has served our requests. So this was the implementation of the corp and multi-threading. This is a nice blender to learn new things. I hope you find this